aboard the Disneyland Railroad. Next stop along the journey is going to be Mickey's Toontown Depot. Alright folks, we are taking on some water. This is a genuine steam engine. We do need the water to make the train go. As soon as we have all the water we need, we'll be on our way. We usually go through about 100 to 150 gallons of water every hour.
Wow.
So just remaining seated here, folks. We'll be on our way in just a minute.
Every other stop. That's about every hour.
Again, our next stop, Mickey's Toontown Depot.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids. We're now entering the park, home to Tiana's Ride of Adventure. Take a sneak peek. Big party Princess Tiana is flowing. Where the welcome is warm. The music is hot. Company is sweet. And when it comes to sweetness, the inhabitants of the land we're passing over are the bee's knees. Here in Bayou Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Louis the Alligator, and other beloved critters on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, we're now joining up with the Rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier to another dimension. The ones who want to Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station from Mickey's Toontown, a cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie for me. Those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming.
Alright everybody, we are steaming into Toontown Depot. Please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop inside the station. Toontown Depot is your stop for the major rides of Fantasyland, including the Small World Holiday and Matterhorn Bobsleds, along with Toontown and Supper and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Once again, stay seated until the train stops, folks.
Have a good day.
is going to be Tomorrowland Station. Just a reminder, keep seated away from the openings. Please remain seated at all times. Keep all hands, arms, and legs on the train at all times and supervise your children. Once again, our next stop would be Tomorrowland Station.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. Steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
We are steaming into Tomorrowland Station. Please remain seated until we come to a full and complete stop inside the station. Tomorrowland is your stop for Space Mountain, Star Tours, Buzz Lightyear, Astroblasters, Finding Nemo, Submarine Voyage, Autopia, and the monorail. Your gateway to the downtown Disney District and Disneyland Hotel. Once again, please remain seated until we come to a full and complete stop all the way inside the station. Thank you.
Star Tours.
Alright everybody, for those who are just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. Next stop along our journey is going to be Main Street Station, but first we tour to the Grand Canyon and Primeval World. Just for your reminders, please keep all small children seated away from the opening. Please remain seated at all times. Keep all hands, arms, and legs inside the train at all times and supervise your children. Once again, our next stop, Main Street Station, after a detour to the Grand Canyon and Primeval World. And along this leg of the journey is a courtesy of others. We ask there be no photography or video lighting in the tunnel ahead. You may take pictures, so please turn the flash off. Make sure to turn off any other light of accessories as well. No lights in the tunnel, please.
Take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design. the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tomes fotografías con flash.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the Primeval World, land of the dinosaurs.
Once again, folks, make sure to turn the flash off on your camera. The lights in the tunnel, please.
We're now returning to our own time and to Main Street Station, gateway to Disneyland. If you're leaving us here, stay in your seat until we come to a full stop. Remember to gather all your personal belongings and step carefully from the train. I'd especially like to thank those of you who've been with me for the Grand Circle Tour of Disneyland. We hope you enjoyed your travels with us and that you'll come back to ride with us again real soon. For those of you staying with us, we'll be on our way again in just a few minutes. This is Main Street Station, Main Street, USA.
Alright, everybody, we are steaming in to Main Street Station. Please remain seated until we come to a full and complete stop inside the station. If you've been leaving us here at Main Street, just want to let you know there is only stairs here at Main Street Station and no ramps or elevators, so if you have a wheelchair or stroller, please wait to reach the bottom of the stairs after completely exiting the station to unfold them. Once again, please remain seated until we come to a full and complete stop. Stay seated, folks. Stay seated. The train is still moving. Stay seated, folks. The train is still moving.
Once again, friends, at this time, make sure everyone is fully seated. Please, we do have to be departing. Thank you. At this time, folks, make sure everyone is seated and please have hands, arms, feet, and legs in the train at all times. Please supervise your children. Make sure all ones under 7 are seated on someone's lap or behind the bench away from the large door openings for their safety. Our next stop, everyone, is New Orleans Square.
哎呦，开小火车了，哎，小火车，离车了，小火车。
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the Primeval World and the Age of the Dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails.
Alright everyone, we're going to be now approaching New Orleans Square. This is the area for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Haunted Mansion Holiday, Adventure, Indiana Jones, World Famous Jungle Cruise, Big Thunder Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, and much more. Also everyone, this is your closest stop to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Please remain seated everyone till the train comes into a full and complete stop. Thank you.
Station, New Orleans Square.